Give it up for Seth Bisen-Hersh.
Hey everybody, happy fall. It's starting to get a little cold out. Did you all have a good summer? Yeah, I had a good summer too, thanks for asking. I can actually see past these people, but I'll pretend that there are people there, it's okay. So I went on a few trips. One of them, I went with my friend Jane up for the weekend. We went to Montreal. That's in Canada, for those of you who are geographically disinclined. And so to save money, I thought we would use this new app called AirBnB. Has anyone heard of it? Yeah? Have you used it? Yeah, so she had never used it, so I got to use my referral code. So we got $40 off. I know, and then I got $20 off my next trip. It's so great. I love saving money because I'm Jewish. It's like the best thing in the world. And so, but I must say this was the worst Airbnb I've ever been at, and even worse than the one in New Orleans with the dead roaches in the closet. At least they were dead, am I right? Jane is not a millennial, nor is she a virgin like the TV show. But she doesn't like doing things on her phone. But on the drive up, I'm like, you have to check in with the host, that's how this works, before we get into Canada and have no cell phone service. So she's messaging the guy, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, by the way, here's the new address where you'll be staying. And we were like, what the fuck? And then we crossed into Canada. So that's an omen of things to come. So we get to the old address, because that's the one that's in the GPS. And we can't get in, but since I'm old-fashioned, I had printed out all of the instructions, including the Wi-Fi code. We were able to log on to the Wi-Fi from the hallway and get his message saying that this apartment had technical difficulties. And I don't know what the fuck he means by that, because to me, technical difficulties is when my mic isn't working and I have to shout for the rest of my act like this. I don't know. So he's like, come to the new place, it's a better location, a nicer apartment, and he messages her all the instructions. So we drive to the new place, but somehow on the way, she has absent-mindedly X'd out of all of her apps. So we can no longer get the instructions. So we go out searching for Wi-Fi. There's a little sign in this pho restaurant, though apparently I was told it's pronounced pho for some reason, even though it's P-H-O, it's clearly an O. So I'm gonna keep pronouncing it the pho way, which is a French joke for those of you who speak French. It's a couple people over here. So we begged the hostess for the Wi-Fi password, and we looked like we were stark raving mad, because we probably were. And she finally agrees to put it in the phone, and we get the instructions, we get an apartment, and the first problem we notice is there's only one bed. So I had to sleep on the couch, and it looked really comfortable, but it was like sleeping on brick. And you know, I'm no Princess and the Pea, but like, what's the fucking point of buying a couch that only looks comfortable, right? And so the next problem we had is there was this beeping noise, beep beep, happening every beep beep, few minutes, beep beep or so, like beep beep, and it was driving me nuts. So I went on a little expedition to try to figure out where the noise was coming from. I tried the microwave, and that was more like a beep beep, and then I tried the oven, and that was more like a beep beep, and then I got on a chair and I tried the fire alarm, and that was more like a So eventually, I realized that the noise was coming from the closet, and I go in and there's a security panel, and I shut off the security alarm. It's okay, we ended up safe. So we went out, we get a late dinner, it was really late at this point, and we'll walk around, we come back, and I was a little schwitzy, which is sweaty in Yiddish for those Gentiles here. Though I hear there's a lot of Jews here, so good you'll understand that word. And so I was like, let's turn on the air conditioning. I go to turn on the air conditioning, and nothing happens. So no AC, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna take a shower, go to bed. I get in the shower, I turn on the faucet, and it's just dribbling out. And then I pull up the spigot, and nothing is coming out of the shower head. So I kind of resolved myself to take a horse bath, where you just get the important parts in the sink, right? I turn the sink on. As soon as I turn the sink on, the water comes spewing out of the shower head. Like a Woody Allen movie. It was like, so I get back in the shower, then I scream because it was fucking freezing. there was no hot water in the fucking apartment. So I took a cold shower. We messaged the guy. We're like, hey dude, we need an extra bed, air conditioning, and hot water. And he writes back, no problem, I'll fix it all tomorrow. So we get up Saturday, we go about our day, we have like a 12-hour touristy day in Montreal, seeing everything. And I tell Jane, I'm like, will you please check in with this guy to see what's going on? And she's like, no, I'm on vacation, don't want to use my phone, I'm on vacation. But I honestly think the reason she doesn't like using her phone is because it's a Samsung phone. I don't know if any of you have Samsung phones, but I feel really sorry for you if you do, because it's a piece of shit. I have never seen such a piece of shit interface on a phone in my life. It was the worst thing I've ever seen, and it made me feel really proud to be an iPhone owner, and made me feel really confident about it. And you know, like, when you get texts on the iPhone and they come in green instead of blue, like, I just start to tear up. It's so sad that these friends can't afford iPhones. It's horrible. I'm getting emotional. So anyway, we come back Saturday night, and we have a message from him from the afternoon, and he's like, are you guys around? And we're like, no, we are sightseeing, so we were out all day. What's going on? Nothing's changed. And so no response from him Sunday morning. We get back Sunday night, and the message goes, well, I tried to get in to fix everything yesterday, but I couldn't because you have my only set of keys. Yep. Isn't the first thing you do as a host get a second set of keys? Like, I wouldn't trust my friends with my first set, let alone strangers. Like, and this guy was listed as a super host, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. But, so he's like, I'll fix it all Monday, don't worry. And of course, we left really early Monday, so I have no idea if he ever fucking fixed it, and who cares. But we get home, and we complain to Airbnb, and they did give us half our money back, which is great, because I love money. And they were like, it was very nice of them. You know, the apartment was very nice, and I did kind of got used to the cold showers, which almost made up for the lack of AC, almost. So to conclude, I still have my Airbnb referral code. If any of you have not tried the app, it's usually much better than this, I promise. You get money off, I get money off. So see me after the show for some quid pro quo. And, you know, just double check that the place has hot water before you book it. Thank you, I'm Seth Bisen-Hersh. You've been a great audience.
One more time for Seth Bisen-Hersh.